Hey guys, Colin here. Today's the 14th day of our series from Owl to End, and last night was my supposed to be big night for Dungeoneering where I was going to get 1.5 mil XP. Of course, that didn't end up happening, but this was one of the highlight floors in my mind. The thing that was really profound to me was that Gruely said something, and he said, I don't know why you distinguish fast floors and high XP floors from each other, because they shouldn't be. A fast floor doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have to suicide a whole bunch of times. If everyone knows what they're doing, you can still do 0 or 1 death and get like a sub 20, sub 15 floor if everyone knows what they're doing. So that's what I'm trying to get into the hang of now, and it took a while because I'm also transitioning from the hood to the blood necklace. But I'm getting better at that, I think. I realized I need to pick up a little bit more food, like have a little bit more of a reserve of food, I would say. Like I don't necessarily need more food because the blood necklace heals a lot and does a lot of damage. However, having the reserve is nice because you don't have that added protection of the hood. So this was the fastest XP per hour I've ever gotten in Dungeoneering. And I remember having a conversation with Dragon Seance about 3 or 4 months ago. And I asked him, because he has 200 mil Dunge XP, I asked him how fast does Dungeoneering actually get? And he told me 450 to 500 KXP per hour, depending on like what floors you're doing and like your C1s and all that stuff. But he said if you dunged for 5 hours and did like a full prestige, you should end up getting like, actually it would take more than 5 hours, but he said if you did a full prestige from floor 1 to floor 60 at 120 dunge, you should be getting about 450 KXP per hour. And then I was like, wow, okay, well, it's taking me like 5 days to get 2 mil XP. And he's like, yeah, it gets better. And this is the first real sign of it getting up there. This one ends up being about 400 KXP per hour, which is just mental because I only needed 1.5 mil XP in the night. So I figured like, what, 3-4 hours of this and we'd be fine. But Dungeoneering is a different entity all on its own in RuneScape because you need to have a good mindset when you're doing it. When I was doing these floors, I was at my desk, I had my lights off, my headphones on, good music going, like I was in the zone ready to go. But I ended up dunging for about 6 hours before I had to leave. And I had to leave because I found myself in a floor and just taking really unnecessary deaths. And when you get to that point where it's just either no longer fun, like you're not enjoying it anymore, or you're dying unnecessarily, like you're just not in the right mindset, it means you're dragging down the team and you need to leave. Cheese and I actually left at the same time because we both had long days, I guess, and we're at the end of our Dungeoneering session, so we both ended. So I'm not really talking too much about the floor. I've definitely talked a lot about like how to do it, what you should be doing, and in this floor I'm not keen, so I'm just basically doing the GDs. These stupid reborns, man, I hate them so much. Like they always spawn, and then you're like, why are they there? But yeah, I don't really think I need to talk about it too much. It's running in the background if you want to watch it, but it's pretty much just straight pathing. I like what happened here though. Cheese and I are both running this path, and then Goat Cake was like, your path, and then he teleported out because he realized you don't need 3 or 4 people running one path. That is never necessary. And here I just noticed there was a key in the corner that I probably should have picked up before I teleed out. But I heard that there was a Merc, so I immediately teleed. But yeah, it's funny how you can, like, I didn't think I'd be talking about this floor at all, and then as soon as I brought my attention to it and I looked, I found 2 things that I liked. One, I liked what Goat Cake did, and 2, I noticed that I forgot a key in the corner. And then here, as soon as I pop in, oh hey look, there's a key. And then I go and grab it. So this was, I called this one Reborn City because there was just so many Reborns in this one. We ended up killing them all. And I think Hex Hunter Bow does, yeah, by the looks of this clip, it really does tear on the mage. And if you see my chat box there, it just disappeared. The GE finished selling 1 Arcane Spirit Shield. And that's something I want to talk about, is I made a bank video 2 weeks ago, and my total net worth was like 45 mil. I'd say my total net worth now is about 110, 120 mil. Like, I just flipped a Torva full helm, that was cool for me. I've never owned one before. And the reason that that Santa hat video was so significant was because that was the first time I've ever owned one in like 6 years of playing this game. Like I've never financially been at that point, so I just thought it was pretty cool. And the reason that I'm getting like this great amount of money is because one, I'm 99 farming, doing Snapdragon runs with Juju farming potions. I think Torstals might have a better like profit range, but you also lose sometimes. And I'm not really sure if it's like worth switching to Torstals. I haven't had much luck with them, honestly. I'm not the luckiest person in this game. So I'm just gonna stick with the Snapdragons. I'm also selling floors. I ran into 2 leeches last night, and this is a good story. I ended up doing a 32-minute occult, 9% SL, which is retarded. I've never been trolled so hard on a floor. It was as soon as we spawned, like the first door was like a ferret one way, and then after that it was a bookcase one way. Like the first two doors are ferrets and bookcases, and it was ridiculous. And then there was a super, like, it wasn't a critical path because we already found the boss, but I'd say 2/3 of the doors were hidden behind a 94 agility room, which nobody had the rec for and we had to pot to. So we sat there thinking, should we pot to it, should we not? And we ended up going for it, and it was just the biggest troll floor ever. And then I told the leech that he was asking for a refund because it was over 30 minutes, and I said, how about I'll give you a free abandon, because that was not a true representation of what I can do. Like that's, I was ashamed. I haven't done a an over 30 floor in a long time, so I ended up doing this free abandon for him. And of course, it's like 14 minutes and 30 seconds, like 13%. The team did fantastic. I really wish I was vidding that one, but last night I didn't really feel like vidding a whole lot of it because I was going for XP primarily, not for like video qualities. But I ended up recording this one because I knew for a fact that a floor with cheese grueling at night was going to be vid worthy, so I did. We run into a Galuga boss, and yeah, no, I'm still shit at prayer switching. I don't know how to do it yet. So I telly out, and I move the GGS to the 97 prayer door. They end up killing the whole boss for me. Like, I really need to learn how to do this boss because I kind of just pussied out and was like, no thanks, not a fan. And yeah, so when I ended up leaving last night, it was because I ran into a door like this, and I died 3 times in this room on a warp floor, and that was just like a sign that, hey, you know what, it's time to call it quits. Yeah, so I'm still continually merchanting, and I'm continually making money, and I'm selling floors now. I found 2 leeches. They don't have like massive bank or anything, so they're not going to be like long-term leeches. I told my team to tally out at this point because you only need one person for this vine door. And I have a primal hatchet bound, which is awesome. I found that like the day that the tool belt came out, so that was pretty cool. And I can't wield a primal pickaxe yet because I'm only 90 mining. But while I'm recording this commentary on the side, I'm doing my Citadel mining. I'm currently 1200 out of 1400 on the resource cap, and I am 100k XP off 91 mining. So that's getting up there. I still need 11 more levels for the 90 plus cape, but I'm working on it. And last night I hit a really big milestone. I'm now officially over 20 mil XP in Dungeoneering, which is the first skill I've ever had over 20 mil. I thought like fletching or woodcut or something would be first, but no, it ended up being Dungeoneering. The closest skill behind that is I have like 17 mil smith and like 17 mil farming XP, because I farm herbs so much just because the money you make from it's fantastic. So I've been really focused on like money making and XP gain because I'm just trying to chip away at this last little bit for the general rank in my clan, and I'm now probably 200k off, like 200k XP off of it. Like I've done a little bit since I woke up this morning, and I have an opportunity to record this because my family decided to all leave last night. It's just a fun little story. If you guys don't like this style of commentary, just leave a comment. Like, I'm not even talking about the floor, I'm just talking about shit in general. Last night, my prom's coming up. So last night I decided, fuck, I gotta go buy a prom suit. And I don't know about you guys, but I hate shopping, like, so freaking much. If I can make enough money to just pay someone to shop for me, I will. Because I just detest it so strongly. So I ended up going to this place in the mall, and the hottest girl fitted me for my suit. It was great. So the floor is over now. 16 minutes and 48 seconds for 100k XP. Thanks to everyone who was involved, and thanks for watching.